Hello everyone, Rob here again at the Ministry of Temporal Mechanics, and today we're going to be restoring a Magneto. No, not that one, this one. I purchased this Magneto on eBay for 18 bucks. It's old, it's rusted, and I'm not sure if it's working. I don't know too much about magnetos. I do know that they're electrical generators that use permanent magnets to produce an alternating current. This one operates using a hand crank and probably came out of an old antique telephone. It's rusted, gummed up, and I can barely make it move. I'm really hoping I can get this thing to work. Well, first I'll try drenching it in some penetrating oil. In this case, it's WD-40. It already seems to have loosened it up a bit. I just happen to have an old hand crank off of a Western Electric telephone that was made sometime around 1910. And it fits. So let's give it a try. I'm going to use a voltage meter to see if it's generating any electric. Alright, it's working. It's producing anywhere between 35 and 40 volts, depending upon how fast I turn the crank. So here's my old Western Electric wooden telephone. It has a patent date on it of 1907. And the patent date actually on the Magneto inside of it is the same year as the one I'm holding in my hand, which is 1894. And so I suspect that this Magneto I purchased on eBay came from another Western Electric telephone, and possibly had 3 magnets on it, 3 bars, instead of the 2 that it currently has. But it's still generating electric. And the ultimate test here is we're going to hook it up to the bell on the telephone, on the Western Electric telephone, and see if it'll make it ring. And sure enough, it's working. And now it's time to disassemble. I know, I need to get myself a ball-peen hammer. And someday I will. In the meantime, to quote my old pal Leon Grant, you've got to use what you got to get just what you need. The end caps, which include the bearings, seem to be made out of bronze. I'm going to clean them up the best I can. Here I'm using a rubberized abrasive on a Dremel tool. As they wear down, they reshape and you can get them into very small crevices. Now this one's worn down enough to be replaced. The large gear also appears to be made out of bronze, so it should look great polished up. After sanding off some rust, I'm using 1000 grit sandpaper to get the shaft nice and smooth, and then finishing it with polishing compound. But in the meantime, I'll do a little more cleaning. I'm using solvent on the copper windings. And now to get the magnetic bars ready for painting. Rust-Oleum has become my paint of choice. It's got really great coverage, a good spray nozzle pattern, It does take longer to dry, but when it does dry well, it seems to be very durable. More brass to make shine. I always enjoyed finding patent dates on these beautiful old objects. This one was patented in 1894. This is a great way to get rust off of screws or any part that you can get into a drill. Now, with everything cleaned and painted, it's time for reassembly. Wait, you might have noticed I've done a number on my thumb. After all these years in the shop, I finally smashed my finger. And I was wondering, is this permanent? So I decided to construct a time machine to find out. So this is exactly what a bruised finger looks like while it's healing. Well, maybe not exactly. And now back to the final assembly of the Magneto. It's a good idea not to completely tighten all the screws until the assembly of the shaft is in place. This avoids any binding of the shaft. I'm lubricating as I go along using lithium grease. Lithium grease seems to have really great longevity. Okay, so with all the care I thought I took keeping my parts corralled, I've lost the part. It's a very small steel pin that connects the gear to the shaft. It fits into that little hole, and I cannot find it anywhere. So I'll have to create a new one. I figured out the size, and I found this steel drapery pin. It should work great. It's the right diameter. I just need to cut it down to length. And here's what it looks like. It's very small. It goes in this hole in the shaft and connects the shaft to the gear. Lost the screw. Stuck to the magnet. Okay, hold up. You may have noticed there's a little bit of a crack in this brass plate. And if I don't do something about it, that crack may continue to expand. So I'm going to reinforce it with silver solder. First I'll grind out a little bit of a space, a little bit of flux, silver solder, a bit of sanding. That should add strength and reduce the possibility of the crack continuing to run through. A final polishing, and the project is complete. Pretty cool, huh? Well, for nerds. I'm wondering what would be a good application for this Magneto. Maybe an interesting doorbell? An emergency smartphone charger? What do you think? How would you use it? And check out these other videos from the Ministry of Temporal Mechanics.